Okay guys, welcome to today's tutorial. I'm going to be giving you some quick tips for engagement shoots. I have here Izzy and Caleb. They're getting married in November of this year. Really exciting. And are you guys super excited for the wedding?
Yes.
How's the planning going?
Good.
Yeah?
Pretty good so far, yeah.
Well, they at least have their venue booked.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
Okay, for this engagement shoot, I'm shooting with my Canon 6D and my 24-105 lens. I want the main focus of these photos to be Izzy and Caleb, so I'm shooting in aperture priority mode and I take it all the way down to f4.0. Using a wide open aperture provides a shallow depth of field which gives you beautifully blurry backgrounds. I also recommend shooting during the golden hours, about an hour after sunrise or an hour and a half before sunset. Now let's talk shooting strategies. Offer your clients a variety of shots, candid and posed, distant shots where you take in the landscape around them, and close-up shots that capture the personality of the couple. I recommend changing spots or locations after a few poses and at least one wardrobe change. It's always more flattering to have the man behind the woman. She's more feminine and petite. And then I have the man lean forward so that he's on the same plane as her. So when I get my focus on her, he's still going to be in focus because their faces are right next to each other. I always like to show them a few shots just to give them some feedback, let them know we're getting beautiful pictures. And then I will change my angle. I always try to take a distant shot and then I'll zoom in for a close-up. And I like to be at about eye level. Sometimes I'll go just slightly above or slightly below to vary the shot. Maybe try a different angle. And right now I'm using a fill flash because the light behind them is pretty bright and I don't want them to have super dark shadows on their faces. A few of the shots I like to take we'll focus on the man. I like to have him lean against something, whether it be a fence or a rail or a chair or a tree. Have him lean against something and then have her lean into him. So you get that kind of fun, flirty pose and just have a little fun with it. And now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to have her be the main subject and she's going to have him flirting with her. So what I'm doing here is making sure my camera is set up at the proper settings to make sure I can freeze action and make sure that I can get solid, clear images of them spinning. Take a few snapshots, try to get it every time I can see both of them or at least one of their faces or their profile. Whenever I photograph a couple, I always make sure that the woman is lit the best so she is facing the sunlight. Shadows on a man's face only make him look more masculine or tougher, whereas on a woman's face you want those soft. So I always like to highlight the woman's features. Use a fill flash if I need to, if that light behind her is too bright. And here we're setting up one of my favorite shots. This is just a classic shot I like to get with every family photo shoot or every couple. It's just a nice walking away shot. And when I always give them an end point and I tell them, okay, when you get to that point, stop, look back at me between each other. And then for this couple, I have them kiss and then they're going to turn around and walk back towards me. And I always like to vary my angles. I like to maybe get some from the side because I'm using the bridge to get really cool lines that are going to lead to them. It draws the attention to the couple. Um, the shadows in front of them and the bright halo behind them is only going to give high contrast, make really cool black and white pictures. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you've found some helpful tips along the way. Let me know if you have any questions here in the comments. If you found these tips useful, go ahead and tag me on Instagram at detailsbyhillary or capture.create.explore. Thanks, you guys. Be sure to subscribe below for more tutorials.